All right, hello everybody. My name is Ben Lurcher, and I'll be presenting today about Buddhist statues in Muslim Pakistan and why they might be there. First of all, I want to go over that Pakistan is a country located towards the southern tip of Asia and is bordered by India, Iran, China, and Afghanistan. Their state religion is Islam, and that's practiced by about 95 to 98% of the population there. The other 2 to 5% actually, at least for the most part, practice Christianity or Hinduism. Now keep that in mind because that's going to be important to remember as we go on. So in the 18th century, Buddhist statues and artifacts began to pop up all around the country and were discovered there. This points to a heavy influence of the Buddhist religion in that region. And so it looks like those have been around since about 233 BC, give or take. So the question is, where did these Buddhist statues come from? Well, in order to understand that, we have to understand about a character named Ashoka. Ashoka was Chandragupta's grandson, and Chandragupta was actually the Indian ruler who drove out Alexander the Great and the Greeks. So that was his grandfather. Now, Ashoka was kind of a bad guy. He didn't have very good morals, I guess you could say. He began his reign in 268 BC and was a bloodthirsty and murderous person. He actually killed some of his own brothers because they were his rivals to ascend to the throne. So he went ahead and did that, made the power grab, and became the ruler of the land. And once he did that, one of the first things he did was invaded Kalinga, which is known now as Odisha. So during that fight and that conquering battle, he and his army slaughtered over 100,000 people and enslaved over 150,000 more. After the battle, he sort of had this Alma the Younger-like conversion, which is to say it was abrupt. So he had spent his whole life as this really bad guy, self-serving, power-hungry, and then he does battle with Kalinga, and as he is walking through the streets trying to revel in his victory, he sees all of the thousands of bodies strewn about, and he sees and hears the wailing of those who are injured and hurt, and he thinks about those who were left behind and the heartache and the sorrow that they're going to go through. And so, needless to say, he is moved by this experience, and in a very abrupt and quick way. He changed his tune pretty quickly and immediately almost converted to Buddhism. After that, he became a beloved ruler, built up the country by building schools and roads, and began to build these statues and homages to the Buddhist religion. He would send missionaries out and help people, and the most important thing, I think, is that he was able to unite India under one religion and one rule of law, which sets a precedence that it is possible for people to live peacefully over time as a united India. And I think that's an important issue to remember, especially since we've been talking a lot about the partition that happened in India much later in time. So I think those things are important to remember. Thank you for your time.